City University of Hong Kong is an international university which emphasizes the integration of research and teaching. The university promotes diversified, cross-cultural studies through various educational programs. To promote our educational vision, City University of Hong Kong produced a series called Beyond Boundaries, Dialogue with Presidents of World's Leading Educational Institutions. Professor Wei Guo, President of City University of Hong Kong, talks to presidents of universities and principals of high schools around the world, exploring each other's strengths and looking forward to the future direction of educational development. Georgia is a unique country located in the Caucasus region of Central Asia at the intersection of Europe and Asia. Because of its beautiful scenery and roots in Christianity, it is known as God's back garden in folktales. In this country, with a population of less than 4 million, education is readily accessible, and the adult literacy rate is upward of 99.8%. The Ministry of Education and Science has accredited 55 higher educational institutions. At the top of all of these institutions is Ivane Javakhishvili Tbilisi State University, commonly known as Tbilisi State University. Tbilisi State University, established in 1918, is the oldest comprehensive university in the Caucasus region. After Georgia's separation from the Soviet Union system, Georgian higher education has undergone major reforms. The most significant measure was joining the Bologna process in 2005, which currently has 49 European member states. The Bologna process is a project that links European countries in the field of higher education to ensure that national higher education standards are comparable. In 2006, Tbilisi State University was named an Outstanding Reformed University by the European University Association. Tbilisi State University is now the largest comprehensive university in Georgia and even in the Caucasus region. Tbilisi State University has partnered with more than 300 universities and research centers in 56 countries. As the most important higher education institute of the country, Tbilisi State University has trained a large number of political leaders, including 10 premiers and 5 parliament chairmen. The university also actively participated in drafting and amending the national constitution. It exerted its influence in pushing forth the constitutional amendment that guarantees academic freedom and the autonomy of higher educational institutions. Facing the raging COVID-19 pandemic, the tense international situation, and the declining economy, how will Tbilisi State University deal with the enormous challenges and stay on course with its reform and development? We are very honored today to invite Dr. George Sharvashidze, Rector of Tbilisi State University, to share with us his experience and vision. Professor Wei Guo, President of City University of Hong Kong, is well known for his research on the reliability of electronic systems and nuclear energy. In his early years, he worked at Bell Laboratories in the United States, who held the position of department head and dean of the School of Engineering in an American university, and was conferred academicians in various countries. Professor Wei Kuo has served as the president of CityU for more than 10 years. His philosophy of education is summarized in the lyrics of the CityU anthem, which he wrote, "Learn and question beyond boundaries." Professor Wei Kuo has also published several books about education. He is particularly concerned about the challenges facing contemporary education around the world.
各位朋友，大家好。今天我们要介绍的是一所独特的大学——格鲁吉亚的第比利斯国立大学。格鲁吉亚是位于高加索的一个小国家，横跨欧亚大陆的文化分界线，人口370万。该国于1991年正式从苏联体制独立。格鲁吉亚的教育水平很高，识字率达到99.8%。第比利斯国立大学是高加索地区最早及最大的综合性大学，成立于1918年。格鲁吉亚的国家领导人大多毕业于该校。在经过从苏联体制脱离的改革后，第比利斯国立大学是怎样发展的呢？我们今天非常荣幸请到第比利斯国立大学的校长 Javakhishvili Tbilisi 来与我们分享他的经验和愿景。Good day, Mr. Rector.
Nice to see you online this time.
Rector Javakhishvili, we know Georgia is an independent nation that has been through significant changes politically and socioeconomically in the last 30 years. Would you outline the higher education institutional landscape in Georgia in the post-Soviet Union era?
I would say that, first of all, I would like to underline, as you rightly mentioned, that Tbilisi State University is indeed the oldest university in all Caucasus region, and it was introduced as the European type of university 104 years ago. Now Tbilisi State University is the largest university in Caucasus. How we can characterize the transition from Soviet to post-Soviet era in our country? I would say that it was really very drastic period of our development because of economical situation which was deteriorated because of the civil war and ethnic conflicts on our territory. But despite of this, we managed to develop a strong academic community and strong academic system in our country. We had a periods and very unpleasant periods in early 90s when I was calling that phenomenon as mushrooming of universities, when private universities were allowed in our country, and we had more than 270 so-called universities. But finally, reform measures were introduced starting from the year 2000 onwards, and because of that, quite an established structure is right now in Georgia. We are having a very strong control mechanism, quality control mechanism in this country, and our Center of Accreditation is a member of all European structures like European register, like European national centers, framework centers. All in all, I would say that the number of international students is increasing in our country and is increasing quite impressively, because now we're having 15,000 students in the country from different countries visiting us for long-term 4-degree studies. And research is on top of our agenda because we are a comprehensive public research university at first.
Tbilisi State University offers more than 50 language courses, including those on rare and endangered Caucasus languages. The university teaches in 3 languages, including English, German, and Russian, and attracts students from all over the world.
You know, one the challenge that we are facing today is university autonomy and academic freedom. What challenges do you face in looking the academic freedom, and what are the issues that you have encountered and solved, if there's such a thing?
It's a very interesting question, because academic freedom and autonomy of universities are 2 guiding principles. We are the members of European University Association, we are members of Magna Carta Universitatum, and we signed this renewed Magna Carta recently as university. And guiding principles, of course, are academic freedom and institutional autonomy of universities at first. As for Georgia, I believe that we're enjoying quite a high amount of academic independence because we're free to choose our curricula, and nobody's really looking at syllabi, etc. And professors here are free to teach as they wish. As institutional autonomy concerns, we had problems connected with division of responsibility between the state and university. And because we are the big national university in this country, as a third mission of university, we initiated the changes into the constitution of Georgia, and on the special request of Tbilisi State University, constitution was amended, and now we enjoy 2 things. We have both academic freedom and institutional autonomy as principles which are fixed in Georgian constitution.
When we talk about campus autonomy, it's really not absolutely possible to hold campus autonomy. The reasons partially because of the funding. As a national university of just like Tbilisi State University, the funding, what is percentage of funding coming from the government?
That's an extremely interesting question, because we have very strange situation nowadays in Georgia. It's not looks like different countries. I believe that this funding scheme, which is here, is unique. We have a voucher system, and money follows student. So student is able to take voucher to any accredited public or private university. So it's a free choice of students to take their vouchers with them. That said, state is not directly subsidizing state universities per se, and we are in quite harsh concurrency with our private sector universities, and therefore only 15 to 18% of overall budget of university is coming from state, and these are earmarked research grants.
I used to think that Georgia is very close to the European countries. And although you're not EU member yet, but you're very close to them. What is your international student population there, or exchange student population?
In different schemes, we are using different numbers. In Erasmus Plus, for example, more than 1,500 Georgian Tbilisi State University students took part in mobility schemes, as well as hosting international students and hosting European exchange students. Even now, we are online, except of medical department. All our other departments are online because of COVID situation here. Despite of that, we still have quite a number of European students from different countries, from France, Finland, Germany, visiting Tbilisi State University, staying here and being taught online. Also, another thing that the number of international students that we are having are coming from different countries. We have 52 countries of the world that are sending students to Tbilisi State University. Also, what helps us that we are having 27 international programs on campus. And also what we're having here is that we're teaching a lot of languages at our university. Historically, it was developed like this, and Tbilisi State University is teaching more than 50 different languages. So that's the part of our international activities as well. We are cooperating with more than 200 universities, and we're having working memorandums with more than 200 universities around the globe. Predominantly those are European universities. I would say that with some universities we have joint or double degree programs for many years. Those are universities of Cologne. We have a joint PhD program with the University of Bologna. We are having joint degree programs and co-tutel programs with universities of Bonn, and now we're working with Aachen. And we're having the new program in economics of tourism with the University of Lyon in France. It's a lot of European countries that we're working with. Now, recently we signed a memorandum with the Vilnius University on LLM in international law, and that's a pathway that we're following. And in America, of course, we have quite a number of collaborations and joint degree programs. As I already mentioned, we're hosting here one of American universities, and we're heavily involved in cooperation in different fields.
Will you share some of your experience with us? And for example, what do you see a modern university today should be, either in Georgia or somewhere else?
Well, thank you. It's $1 million question. I think that universities are always changing, and therefore universities survive for many years and many hundred years in our countries. Just because of that phenomenon, that universities always are on the edge of reforming and changing, and it's constant change that is happening in our life. We have to learn lessons from our past, and I believe that the future of universities, again, it will be more green, more digital, and more open to society. We're continuously talking about open concept of open university or concept of open science, and that's something that we should really pursue. And we're very serious about the third mission of universities, to be open to the public, to be a part of this dimension, and to also influence positively the societal changes in country.
各位朋友，大家好。我们常常用 Caucasian to describe 这个西方人。今天我们就到了高加索的中心地点 Georgia 最好的大学 Tbilisi State University。我们跟他们的校长做一个非常有建设性的交谈。他们的校长也跟我们介绍了大学自主的真谛，以及他们面对的许多挑战，这些都是我们国际化所有国家 所有的地区、所有的大学所共同面对的问题。我们非常感谢他。Rector Javakhishvili, good to talk to you.
In the next episode, we will visit Paris Sciences and Letters University. The university was established as a comprehensive university in 2012 with 11 constituent institutions. Each of the 11 constituent institutions has a long history and its own research expertise. The schools have nurtured countless professionals for France. Those institutions have produced 28 Nobel Prize winners and 11 Fields medalists when tallied together.